Next topic is quadrilaterals. Now what is meant by a quadrilateral? So it is a polygon which has 4 sides. It is a polygon and it has how many sides? 4 sides. So we can say that a quadrilateral is a simple closed figure made up of 4 line segments. It is a simple closed figure made up of 4 line segments. And here look at that quadrilateral ABCD. So this quadrilateral ABCD is made up of 4 line segments. Which are the 4 line segments? Line segment AB, line segment BC, line segment CD and line segment DE. And these 4 line segments form the sides of the quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral has 4 sides. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. Which are the 4 sides? AB, line segment AB, line segment BC, line segment CD, line segment DA form the sides of the given quadrilateral. So 4 sides. And this quadrilateral has 4 angles. 4 angles. Which are the 4 angles? Angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. These are the 4 angles. Now we can name the angles as, now first one, angle BAD. So angle BAD corresponds to angle A. Then angle ADC. Angle D, then angle DCA, angle C, then angle CBA, angle CBA. So a quadrilateral has 4 angles. And when you join the opposite vertices, this quadrilateral has 4 vertices. Which are the vertices? A, B, C and D are the vertices. And when you join the opposite vertices, that means if you join A and C, you will get the diagonal. So when you join the opposite vertices, the diagonal is formed. So we can join A and C. We can join A and C. Now suppose if you join A and C, we will get one diagonal. Okay, so what is the name of the diagonal? AC, diagonal AC. And B and D are also opposite vertices. When you join the opposite vertices, we will get another diagonal. So the name of the diagonal is BD. So a quadrilateral has 2 diagonals. The quadrilateral has 2 diagonals. So when you join the opposite vertices, you will get the diagonals. So it has, a quadrilateral has 2 diagonals. Then we can again, if you consider the angles, angle A and angle C, we can say that they are opposite angles. Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Similarly, angle B and angle D are also opposite angles. So we have 2 pairs of opposite angles. Angle A and angle C, one pair, angle B and angle D is another pair of opposite angles. Now we have different types of quadrilaterals. So in this section we are going to study about different types of quadrilaterals. Now the first one, parallelogram, second one, rhombus, third one, rectangle, fourth one, square and fifth one is a trapezium. So we have 5 different types of quadrilaterals we have to learn. Now parallelogram, first one, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square and trapezium. Then before going to learn about the different types of quadrilaterals, now look at these 2 lines. Now look at the lines drawn here, line AB and line CD. And when we produce these lines, we can see that they do not meet. They do not meet at anywhere. They do not meet. And if they do not meet, we can call them as parallel lines. Parallel lines. And these arrowheads drawn in the same direction shows that the two lines are parallel. So, in order to indicate that, we can put the arrowheads, and the arrowheads are drawn in the same direction, and we can say that these two lines are parallel. And the line AB is parallel to, line AB is parallel to CD, parallel to CD. So, we can use the symbol. So, we can write in this way, AB parallel to CD. AB parallel to CD. Line AB parallel to CD. If you want, you can put the symbol for the line also. So, line AB is parallel to line CD, or simply you can write AB is parallel to CD. So, this, when you draw two lines like this, it will indicate that the two lines are parallel. So, the symbol used to indicate parallel lines is this one. Now, first one, parallelogram. Now, we want to learn about the parallelogram. Now, what is meant by a parallelogram? It is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Now, consider this quadrilateral. So, the side AB and side DC are opposite sides. So, the opposite sides are parallel and they are equal also. So, AB is a parallel to DC and AB equal to DC. Then again we have one more pair, and what is that? AD. AD is parallel to BC. So, we can put two arrowheads, not to indicate. Therefore, we can say that AD is a parallel to BC and AD equal to BC. So, a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel and equal are called a parallelogram. Then we have the properties. We have to learn the properties. Now, the first property, opposite sides are parallel. So, AB and DC, they are parallel, and again AD and BC, they are also parallel. Then opposite sides are equal. AB is equal to DC and AD equal to BC, that we already wrote. The first two properties, opposite sides are parallel, and the second one, opposite sides are equal. Now, third one, opposite angles are equal. So, which are the opposite angles? Angle A and angle C, they are equal. Angle A is equal to angle C. Then we have one more pair, that is angle B and angle D. So, angle B and angle D are also equal. Therefore, we can say that opposite angles are equal. Now, the fourth property, diagonals bisect each other. So, when you join the opposite vertices, we will get the diagonals. So, when you join A and C, we will get one diagonal. Then again, we can join B and D, then we will get another diagonal. Now, what is the property? Diagonals bisect each other. Now, this is the point of intersection of the diagonals. So, take it as O. The two diagonals meet at a point O. The point O divides the diagonals into two equal parts. So, bisect each other means it divides the diagonals into two equal parts. So, the first diagonal is AC. So, the first diagonal is AC. The point O divides the diagonals into two equal parts. That means OA equal to OC. OA equal to OC. So, these two parts are equal. Then again, consider the other diagonal, BD. So, when you consider the diagonal BD, you can see that the point O divides the diagonal BD into two equal parts. That means OB is equal to OD. OB is equal to OD. So, these are the properties of a parallelogram. So first one, opposite sides are parallel. Second one, opposite sides are equal. Then third one, opposite angles are equal. And the fourth one, diagonals bisect each other. Now next one, rhombus. Rhombus is also a parallelogram in which all sides are equal. If all the four sides are equal, we can call it as a rhombus. So rhombus is a parallelogram, therefore it satisfies all the properties of the parallelogram. So this rhombus has all the properties of the parallelogram, and again we can say that all sides are also equal. So the properties, all sides are equal. That means AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DE. The four sides are equal. The four sides are of same length. Then diagonals intersect at right angles. So here also we can draw the diagonals. When you join A and C, we will get one diagonal. Then we can join B and D, we will get the next diagonal. Now the point of intersection, we can name it as O. So it has all the properties of the parallelogram. Therefore what we can say, diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. That means the point O divides the diagonals into two equal parts. Then again we have one more property. Diagonals intersect at right angles. That means AC is perpendicular to BD. The diagonals intersect at right angles. So the angle formed here, it is a 90 degree. Here also 90 degree, and here also 90 degree. Here also the angle formed is a 90 degree. The diagonals intersect at right angles. So that means AC is perpendicular to BD. Diagonal AC is perpendicular to diagonal BD. Now the next one, rectangle. So rectangle is a parallelogram in which all angles are equal to 90 degree. Rectangle is also a parallelogram, and therefore it has all the properties of the parallelogram. And here one more property is there, all angles are equal to 90 degree. So angle A 90 degree, angle B 90 degree, angle C also 90 degree, angle D is also 90 degree. We have four angles and each angle is equal to 90 degree. Angle A is equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. Or we can say angle BAD or angle ADC and angle DCB and angle CBA. So each angle is equal to 90 degree and the diagonals are equal. So this rectangle has all the properties of the parallelogram and as well as all the properties of the parallelogram. Okay, all the properties of the parallelogram, and we can say that the diagonals are equal. So when you join the opposite vertices, we will get the diagonals. AC is one diagonal and BD is another diagonal, and we can say that the diagonals are equal means AC is equal to BD. The diagonals are equal. The diagonals are not equal in the case of a rhombus. Here the diagonals are equal in the case of rectangle. Now the next one is a square. Square is a rectangle and in which all sides are equal. Square is a rectangle in which all sides are equal. Then we have four sides and all the four sides are equal. So it is a rectangle. The meaning is that each angle is equal to 90 degree. Each angle is equal to 90 degree. And we can say that square is a rhombus. Square is a rhombus means when you draw the diagonals, diagonals bisect each other and the diagonals intersect at right angles. That means the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. And when you draw the diagonals, we can join A and C, we will get one diagonal. Then B and D also, then we will get the other diagonal. So the diagonals are equal. In the case of a square, the diagonals are equal. Diagonals bisect each other and the diagonals intersect at right angles. Therefore, diagonals bisect each other at right angles, so we can say that it is a rhombus. Square is a rhombus. and all the four sides are of a same measure. But rhombus is not a square. Rhombus is not a square. Why? Can you say why rhombus is not a square? Because in the case of rhombus, each angle is not 90 degree. But in the case of square, each angle is equal to 90 degree. So, rhombus is not a square because each angle is not equal to 90 degree. Now, the last one, trapezium. So, trapezium is a quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral, a four-sided figure in which at least one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Only one pair. Only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Now, look at this quadrilateral. It is a trapezium. Here we can see that AB is parallel to DC. We have only one pair of parallel sides. Then the quadrilateral is known as a trapezium. How many pairs of parallel sides? Only one pair. One pair of opposite sides are parallel. That's all for today's class. Thank you.